I think about Tal, one of the things that stands out the most to me is that Tal is a dude who walks his own path.
Tal is a really good-hearted person. Sounds super generic to say, but he's just a really nice person who cares a ton about people.
Tal is just a fun dude to be around. He's always making jokes about whatever, and just you can tell he's always having a good time, and that he's genuinely having a good time.
Tal he's an all-in kind of guy. When he went to Northern Ireland for how many months, and he came back like a coffee wizard. And then, like on tour, he's reading this book and he finishes it. He gets like obsessed with it, and it's just cool to have a guy that is very passionate about the things that he does.
I think, honestly, being around Tal, it challenges me to care more about people. Just seeing the way he interacts with each of us and his family and just everyone he comes in contact with. He just cares so much, which is just like an awesome thing to share with, and it just encourages me to be more like that.
He is an independent thinker. What Tal likes, he likes. He's very into the things that he enjoys, and it's encouraging to me to see him like embrace who he is, and it's cool to see the way that he's confident in himself in those things. That pushes me to be the same.
I think Tal brings a certain brightness to the group. He was gone for like a decent part of this past year. He was in Northern Ireland with his now wife, and it was this really cool thing when he came back, because not that it was bad before, but when he came back, there's a certain sense of completeness and fullness that we hadn't had before, and I think a lot of that just stems from he's such a happy person, and he just brings this cool, energetic vibe to the five of us that I think we really need.
Being in a band is pretty encouraging with Tal. He's always wanting to try new things, whether it's vocal harmonies or percussion parts. He's just always eager to try something new.
And just as talented as Tal is, he's so multi-talented. With just guitar and keys and everything he does, and just his knowledge of music is very impressive. So just Tal in general is just like a sweet human.
Writing and recording Move in Place, I think was a really big step for the band. It made each and every one of us progress like in our own fields, and just really stretched everybody in a really like healthy way.
Tal being able to branch out and stretch himself as a musician helps the band honestly just become more interesting. I think that some of the new areas that Tal has become interested in help to give depth to our songs. I think they help to give us just like, this may seem kind of strange, but honestly more to listen to. There are more sounds to explore when you listen to one of our tracks now, because of ways that Tal is like involved in different instruments.
Especially with this album, he's going to be kind of the glue that live is going to really help us pull off the things that we're doing.
As I sat in the studio, and kind of even before that, I just started thinking like, man, I am just so incredibly fortunate to be surrounded by such talented, creative people that are my friends. And it's just like, I'm just so grateful and like fortunate to be around these guys and like be in this position with them.
I think without him, it would be harder to be ourselves musically. I think by having him do so much extra stuff like keys and guitars and even extra drums and shakers and stuff like that, I think it allows us to write songs that can be what they are, and they don't need to fit in a box, and they don't need to be just these instruments, which I think takes our music to a whole different level.